Hey guys, Tubbi with the Nerdy Bird site here.
Jemele.
Yep, we're here with the antidote.com to talk the real, giving local artists the opportunity to express themselves about the things that are happening around them and the way that it directly affects them. So we're gonna start off with something light. Right now we have a video circulating with Janet Jackson during a performance, and she is doing a dance to the #2 song in the country, Cardi B's Bodak Yellow. And there's a lot of controversy between her age and the generational gap with that particular song. Do you think that performance is something that overall helps her or hurts her as an artist?
Well, I don't know if it'll help or hurt her, but I know it'll help Cardi. So in that aspect, she kind of breaking the artist. You know, everybody know that song already, but you know, if she backing it as something else that Cardi could say, hey, I got Janet Jackson backing my
Right, that's a big deal.
So if we could say, yeah, I feel like it's a good thing. You know, it's a good thing for her, and it's a good thing for Cardi too, because a lot of younger people who might not have heard anything about Janet look at that because of how they feel about Cardi and be like, well, if she feel like that, let me go listen to some of the stuff that Janet used to be talking about. Because, you know, again, the generational gap is so big. I was a kid when Janet Jackson was making music.
Right.
So a lot of these kids coming up, they just know that that's Michael Jackson's sister.
Right.
And a lot of people know Michael Jackson just because it's Michael Jackson. So with that being said, I feel like this will give her a way to make herself relevant to the younger people. So nice. I guess it helps.
Nice. Okay, now coming into something a little more serious. I know that you're a big sports fan, so we'll take a second. You know, the ESPN journalist Jemele Hill has come under fire behind a lot of controversial talk in the media in regards to athletes taking a stand for the things that they believe in. How do you feel about that entire situation and the call for her to actually lose her job behind freedom of speech, so to speak?
Well, I'll go into something that she said. She said, is what's going on, is that not news? Mm-hmm. Is people like LeBron James, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, like standing up for certain things in certain situations, is it not news because of what they doing?
Right.
These are prominent like athletes, like these are like the faces of athletics, like of sports. So if they're doing a certain thing, it shouldn't be brushed under the rug, because that's pretty much what they're doing here. Like, because it's something that's against what the mainstream is saying, they just trying to brush it under the rug like they're not doing it. And what she's saying is, I'm gonna report that. That's news, just like all the other stuff is news. I'm not gonna let these great things that these big athletes are doing to try to help and push the culture forward in a better aspect. I'm not gonna allow this stuff to go under the rug or to go under the radar. So I respect everything she's doing. I believe she should be able to speak her mind. Because anytime you have all these male guys that have the late night shows, that's all they do, the whole show. It's talking about how Trump is a white supremacist and stuff and crack jokes about it. He ain't say anything one time about them, but when it's a successful black woman who's made her name and her business and her field on her own without doing any scandalous things, now he got a problem with it. So, I applaud her.
Now, what about her co-workers took a really risky stand as well when it came down to her actually losing her job? A lot of her co-workers were able to stand up and say, you know, if she goes, we won't fill in. So that's pretty much opting like we go. You know, how do you feel about that in regards to pushing the culture forward or the relevance of this situation playing into that?
That's great. You know, I really wish that it would be more athletes that would stand up for what's going on with Kaepernick, because she said what she said. She made a good point about with Kaepernick. Well, she was like, a lot of people look at it and think he's wrong, but when Ali was young and was doing the stuff that he was doing, y'all thought he was wrong too. But now everybody loves Ali. Why? Because in the end they learned and realized what was going on and saw that they was flawed. So she like, it don't need to be that same. It don't need to be like that. Like, instead of bashing this man right now for doing what he feels is right, and in the end you gonna come out and say, yeah, that's how you should have, you know, we should have backed it. Back it now. Don't be afraid of change, because that's pretty much all it is. People are so afraid of change. People are so afraid to see somebody else move up because they feel like it's gonna take from them. So instead of having that me, gimme concept, man, if we really want to succeed, we all should reach out to each other. Like, that's the way to get to the higher level. So, my opinion, I feel like, yeah, like, I appreciate what she's doing, and I applaud her co-workers for taking a stand with her. Like, we need more of that.
Okay. Now, hitting directly home on something that's just as serious, if not more serious, you know, being a resident of Baton Rouge, being an African-American male figure in your community, there's a lot of talk, or a little talk, so to speak, about a potential serial killer here in Baton Rouge who's targeting black males. Now, this is, in my opinion, a problem because it's not been made largely aware for the media or people of the public to be able to protect themselves. But how does that make you feel as, again, an African-American male in the city of Baton Rouge?
It's weird. It's a weird feeling. It's very aggravating. Like, you know, you already have to deal with so much as it is. I'm already got to deal with the next man who doesn't have the right way of thinking and seeing me do something and possibly want to take it. I have to deal with that. Then, on top of it, I have to deal with the cop that's going to look at me and think that I'm doing a certain thing or acting a certain kind of way because of how I look. But then on top of it, now I got to deal with this guy that's just randomly going around, possibly killing black people, black males, just because they black. I feel like what Boosie said, get your gun. And if you see somebody acting crazy, shoot. Point blank period.
Now, my question too, when you take that particular idealism and you kind of run with it, I just want to question, you know, knowing that there's been about 72, 73 homicides over the course of the last couple of months here in Baton Rouge, that's a very large peak. We're talking about, you know, breaking records, and it's not a record that we should be proud of at all. But when you take that mentality, you know, does it ever cross your mind the fatality of being caught on the wrong end of the justice spectrum in regards to defending yourself? Like you said, if somebody is acting crazy, and I fear for my life as an African-American male, knowing that this is the situation, what is the possibility that that outcome becomes fatal for you in either case, you know?
You kind of in a lose-lose situation here as being a black man in Baton Rouge. Because like she just said, you know, if he is acting like that and I don't do nothing, he put his gun out and kill me, I'm dead. But if I catch him and shoot him before any of that happens, who's to say that the justice system's gonna take my side in it? Who's to say that they gonna make it to where I was defending myself or that I was just being another ignorant black man that killed a white man? So I'm kind of at a lose-lose here, because if I don't defend myself, I'm dead, and if I do defend myself, my life over with. So, you know, I guess in that situation, I guess it kind of is, what can you do? You know, besides defend yourself, though, at the end of the day, you can't do anything except defend yourself. This man coming to cause harm to you, I understand that what I would have to deal with in the legal system, and it's messed up. You know, that's kind of the best way that I can put it. Get a good lawyer.
So, you know, taking attention off of that very, very serious situation, and I do hope that people are trying to, you know, self-educate and, you know, unifiedly educate each other so that we're able to help keep each other safe. But we'll come back around to the music of things. We've been talking about hip-hop as an expression, as an art form, as a means of historical reference. So I understand that everybody has a different perspective, a different definition to what hip-hop is. So we're taking the opportunity to kind of get you guys to tell your audience or our audience or whatever audience what it is that hip-hop truly is to you. Like, how do you define hip-hop?
Hip-hop to me is it's like one of the truest art forms. Like, music in itself is one of the truest art forms. Like, because music could be used as healing, for healing purposes as well. So I look at what hip-hop does for me. I've always listened to rap pretty much. Like, I won't say that that's all I've ever listened to, but it's been the one genre that has always stuck with me. And it's the genre I've been able to relate to the most. I always like the vibes, and it's the feeling that comes from the music, okay? You could get a different feeling from every song. You could listen to a song, and it could make you want to cry. And then you could cut another song on that'll have you bouncing off the walls. And then you could turn another song on for somebody else that'll have you so focused and in like really lost in the concepts that he's talking about. So for me, hip hop is a feeling for me. It's all about the feeling that it brings. That's what I enjoy the most, or what I see the most in hip hop. Like being that you could really change somebody's mood. They could be in a bad mood, but if you put on the right type of music or the right vibe that's with your music, you can change somebody's whole outlook of what they're going through. That's what the way that I look at music. For me, it's a mood changer or an elevator. But it could go a bad way too, because it could influence people to do the wrong things if that's what you're putting out there like that. If you glorifying it a certain kind of way, it can influence people to want to go out and kill people and stuff. So I guess it kind of all depends on what it is that you're looking for, or what it is that you're putting out there.
Okay. And one more thing, and I'll kind of let you wrap up. A really good friend of mine suggested this game a while back. It's called Association. It's one of my favorite parts of the series because we kind of get to put you guys on the spot. You have to keep it real with us. We call out names, locations, venues, events, local, mainstream, whatever. You have 3 seconds to keep it real and give me a word that you associate with that particular person or event.
All right, let's get it.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. LSU.
Overrated.
Kyrie Irving.
Stupid.
Cardi B.
Pop.
Flood.
Shit. Black.
Favorite Flood Sunday.
Marcel P.
Marcel P. Black.
Real nigga.
The Bando.
Pat.
TheEndo.com.
Joe.
Keisha Cole.
Shoulda cheered.
Jemele Hill.
Round of applause.
And last but not least, the Nerdy Bird side.
Best blog in the world.
Oh, he said it, not me.
Flood, you a real nigga too.
You got it here first, you guys. Make sure you tune in next week with TheAntidote.com and the Nerdy Bird site as we kick the real with local artists.
Yeah, all day, yeah.